Sledgehammer.
Well, yes, sledgehammer. That means
shot the monkey.
Well, yeah. So yeah, sledgehammer is he's basically talking to the simulator.
I like that song. I like the Big Time. That was the other where they did the funky claymation videos. Big Time. I'm on my way. I'm making it.
You know, that song is also said to be him busting on Phil Collins' balls, because Phil Collins was really taking Genesis to the new level, and then they were selling records like crazy, and Peter Gabriel was in. And then so he wrote a song about Phil Collins and Big Time, and there you go. But
yeah, Phil Collins was the man back then with no hair, dude. I mean, shit.
Oh yeah, we'll get into all that cool stuff. Good morning, Isaac. How are you today? Welcome back.
Morning. Good morning, guys.
Cubs, Cardinals, Phillies today. Gerard, welcome back. Welcome back. We're back on track. Let's see if it continues here today. And welcome. Good morning, Daniel. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. Start to our day. Chumly is trying to wash away his sins, and may it be very successful for the gentleman.
Seeking salvation.
Yeah, it's either, I think he's kind of like, well, he said he had a rough night.
Seeking something, probably.
I think he's seeking a little room, little water in the brain right now, because he might be a little dehydrated.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, you know, so he may have a small little hangover working. So, and if that's the case, we shall forgive him. So There you go. He got his first forgiveness this Sunday. Well, hopefully his second, because he's already went. So anyways, here we go. There you go. Morning, Marcus. Morning, Marcus. Chumley came in with a great play. Yes. So, yes, he said he had a rough night, and it couldn't have been from the picks. Let's put it that way. So, but cold. Hey, Doug. There you go. Doug's got the remedy for you. The remedy, from what I understand, is just to drink a lot of water while you're drinking a lot of alcohol.
That's what I used to hear, too. Drink water. Eat first. I used to eat first. Man, I haven't drank in so long, but our trick was to eat first and then drink a lot of water as you're in between liquor shots. Make sure you drink some water.
Most of us stoners aren't very...
Yeah, I drank liquor, dude. Beer took too long. Beer took too long, and beer took too much content. I had to sit there and just constantly chug beer. Where I could take a bottle of Wild Turkey 101, about 30 minutes later, I'm fucking shit-faced. Don't take that long.
Bloody Mary morning for Doug Reed. There you go, buddy. There you go. So hopefully everybody's enjoying their whatever their Monday morning festivity beverages, or Sunday morning. Mine will be a cup of coffee from the number one uncle. There you go. And let's get down to it. I believe put out 6 straight winners on this show, gentlemen. 6 straight winners. It's always a little too early. It's not. That's right. You know what? My favorite. I'm going to just say is, I'll stop right here. My favorite line in gambling. Everybody's got their little favorite line of gambling. Mine is, it's early yet. And that will always give you hope in the gambling world, because no matter where you are in the game, especially in baseball, it's always early yet. But if you're late in the game and you're sitting on that loser and it's not going to come in, well, they're still going to play the game again tomorrow. So it's still early yet. So there you go. So as a gambler, it's always early. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
Well, we used to, in the office, we used to always watch the games, and then we'd say, oh, don't worry, it's early yet. It's early yet. It's early yet. You know, so then it became the joke, you know, there's 2 seconds left. It's early yet. You know, so it turned out to be a joke. And in the end, it's really the truth. As long as they're singing that national anthem, it's early yet as a gambler. Doesn't matter. More action to come. But the national anthem is definitely in question. I never thought I'd be worried about that. I thought I would be working the rest of my life because all I had to do was make sure the national anthem was playing.
Please rise.
There you go. Well, that was a big line for me. As long as they sing the national anthem, I got a job.
And direct your attention.
Yes.
Toward the mound.
Tony will wake and bake. Absolutely. I'm a wake.
I'm a pretty early riser, man. Now I can be lazy by midday. I want to take that old man nap, but I do get a lot done probably before a lot of people roll out of bed. I'm pretty much try to get my obligations for the day nailed down. Then I can relax and pick and choose what I want to do the rest of the day. But yeah, wake and bake is part of the process. That gets my day beginning. And typically, by the time the games start here in a couple hours, I'm just going to be relaxing, especially on a Sunday. I don't do much anything on Sunday.
Yeah. If things are going well, we don't do much of anything any day.
Usually.
So that's what's attracted me to this damn business. So just got to figure out how to keep them going well. And when they're not going well, you got to find out how to stay in the box. Because some days a lot of times it will not go well for you. So got to be in it to win it, though.
Most certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. So my 3 baseball plays have cashed. They cashed fairly handsomely for us yesterday. So another 3-0 day. So 9 straight winners from me. Chumly 11-1. His last 12 best bets. And where are you at, Red? Go ahead.
Yeah, I lost both of my plays yesterday. The Texas game, it happens. 2-1 classic. The only run Gibson gave up was a wild pitch in the 6th. Texas tied it in the top of the 9th on a solo home run. And then I thought they misplayed their outfield with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Kind of punch and Judy hitter was able to drive it over the right fielder's head. I'm not exactly sure why they were lined up so close yet. Maybe, I don't know. That's just hindsight. But that play lost. And then didn't win with New Orleans. Wasn't that bad a day. The only thing that really made it hurt a little bit was I had Denver minus 13.5 and gave up 8 straight points in the final 70 seconds, a 3-pointer with about 50 seconds left. Houston was able to make that number 13, so I kind of got burned on that. 3-3 in baseball, 1-2 in the NBA. Try to do better to finish the week. It's been a big week. I'm not going to complain at all, so try to do better today. Finish the week strong.
There we go. All right. So it's not too hard to figure out what I'm doing here today, guys. I will say I did add a basketball play last night, and I won that fucker too. Played down Lakers under just because I had a good day, and I was like, you know what? I took a look, and let's see what I can do. And so landed that one too, Laker game under. So, but pretty obvious what I'm rolling with here today as far as my baseball goes. And that will be the same 3 winners that we had yesterday. And that will be with the Seattle-Boston game. Now you got 8.5, but Rodriguez is one of the pitchers that will bring that number down for you. But, they can have that steam. And the 8.5, I'm still rolling with that one over today. Detroit and Kansas City, still a solid 8. So you haven't missed anything there by not getting that on it yet, if you haven't. So KC, Detroit under the 8. Hopefully that cashes for us. And if you didn't get on the Angels and Houston over yet, you lost a half a run. So it went from 8 to 8.5. I worry not. So when it's lined up. Was I lucky the last 2 days? I don't know, but I'm going to bet on it that I wasn't, and hopefully get another 3-0 here today, which would start making me feel pretty good about the way I'm seeing things. So, and when I get on my total runs, as I've said before, you're going to be happy you followed that train. So, but let me get there. So we got 9 in a row so far. Hopefully 3 more. One could have been a push, pending if you were a client of mine, you got to play on the overnight where I was on the wrong side of the move, but we wind up pushing. And the wrong side of the move was a winner for everybody. All right, so now we got KC under first 5, under 4 the first 5. Alan DeRosiers, welcome back. I would agree with you there. Absolutely, KC under 4 the first ride. Greg Riccardi's coming in with Duffy, liking Duffy on the side of that as well. So a little bit of a play there for Greg on Duffy today. So what about you in baseball today, Red? Where we at?
MLB baseball. One play for sure, not the best bet. Give the easy ones. I know right off the top of my head. Oakland, 13 straight winners. Why would I not take it? It was like minus 130 to me. It seems like they're still being awfully generous for a team that just keeps winning. So give me Oakland, that's for sure. And also going to play Toronto with Ryu. I'm going to try it again, 2-2 in his 4 starts. Tampa got the win yesterday, so I'm trying to definitely play the jigsaw puzzle here, piece together this series. And I'm going to back Toronto here today. My action plays, these are the three little smaller plays I just like to try to make to keep me sharp if we can hit them. I'm going with Cleveland, with McKenzie on the mound as a small underdog. I'm going with the Cubs, Arrieta, same small underdog. And I'm going to play the Dodgers to split this series with the Padres. So I got Cleveland, the Cubs, and the Dodgers as my action play. Little higher level plays on Oakland and Toronto, and I reserve the best bet today. I'm going with Colorado at minus 111 with Gray on the mound. I'm basically like Gray here lately, the situation. Other than the 2 games he pitched against the Dodgers where he didn't pitch poorly, but they lost the games. The Rockies are 2-0 in his other 2 starts, while the Phillies are 0-3 in the Anderson starts. He's not been really consistent. When I watch him pitch, I just see a guy that is still searching, and I like trying to get wins against guys like that, and I like this price. I think the Rockies are in a decent position to sneak in a win here. We had Phillies yesterday, so again, we're trying to bounce back and forth with this one. I think the value is there, and I like the situation for the Rockies, and I'm going with the Rockies with Gray on the mound as my best bet. So I got six plays in baseball with the heavy action on Colorado, Oakland, and Toronto.
I just don't know how you know what now that you're saying, I just don't know how you can't be all over Oakland again here. I mean, you should.
I'm assuming they're going to lose at some point, but I'm up to 8 straight now. I do believe 8 games.
Well, if you did the Martingale, so there's certain things that the Martingale will work for, and it is baseball, but you got to kind of take them one Martingale system at a time. So and it's really not, it's almost like a blackjack system. If you want a blackjack system. If you want to open the eyes, you start playing a certain way on a blackjack table, you'll open the pit's eyes. And that's the 1, 3, 2, 5. Okay. You make your first wager. So now if you bet Oakland the first game, then you picked up the 1 unit. Okay. Then the next game, you bet 3 units. So you're still at that 1 unit risk. You're only risking 1 unit. So now the second game, you got 3 units on there. I'm sorry, because you're still, you're risking 2, but you won 1. So the risk is in the second bet. Then if you hit the second bet, 1, 3, 2, 5. The third one is 2, and the fourth one is 5, which is the free roll. And then at any point in time when you lose, you go back to 1. Every loser takes you back to 1.
Isn't that a Brian McKnight song?
It could be if you want to do
1. I don't want to sing. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing back to 1.
It might be because back to 1 is a big, in the acting world or the production world, on a movie set or whatever. It's back to 1, and
your place is going through you. Usually on a set, on a scene, you have spots, and one is your first opening spot. Go back to one.
Yes. So and you hear it all when you're on a set. That's all you hear all day long. Instead of you either hear back to one or you hear that's a wrap, one or the other, and you're waiting for the that's a wrap. So, all right, Alan. Yes, like playing roulette, red or black. So. And you're betting the streaks. That's all you're really betting. You're just playing the streaks, and your risk is on your second bet. Your first bet, but that's always a risk because your first bet. The second bet is where the risk is, the real risk, and then after that, it's free roll. And there you go, and you look for the pattern. Yep. And so you do that the same way with betting on games, but you have to just each time you set up the system. You just, you take a streak like Oakland, who's on a hot streak. Or when you find a team, when Colorado goes under 22 of 24 times, you start jumping on that track, and then you just martingale that certain thing. So there's definitely some, in my opinion, real, handicapping edges in that martingale system. There's a reason why it does exist, and there's a reason why the pick will notice that the second you start playing it.
You know that guy died broke, right? The French dude that invented that roulette. He died absolutely penniless. Yeah. Broke as fuck. Just throwing that out.
Man, it doesn't mean that the system didn't work. He didn't. At the end of the day.
Just a
you really
random
don't know. I mean, how about the guy I forgot the guy's name that turned $40 million, turned nothing into 40 million, and then turned 40 million into nothing. You can't tell me he's a fucking idiot. He fucking turned nothing on the craps table into $40 million at the vineyard.
Wasn't there though? There was a big time gambler in Vegas. Golly, a story so old, but the dude literally had all the $5,000 chips of one casino in his box.
I think it was that guy.
Yeah, he had literally had it all, and he had every $5,000 chip the casino had in his personal box at the casino. He had them all, and eventually he was back down. 5 years later, the dude and the people were begging him to put money aside, and he simply wouldn't do it. And he ended up cold busted down to zero.
Yeah. So
now some people consider that smart but foolish, and
well. He was. He didn't get lucky to win.
No, I wouldn't call it luck. No, but it was foolish.
He got stuck in a cycle to lose the $40 million.
It was foolish to get to zero. Once you get to 40 million, you should never end up on zero.
You can't say that he's got a bad system. You say he don't even know how to work his system, and most people don't because you have that human element that can't keep you into a system. That's why guys have bots. The real pros nowadays have bots, and either the bot works or it don't work. So you're not that, you don't fall in love with it too much. You don't worry about your personal opinion. You've already thrown it into the bot, So, and hopefully we find something like that throughout these shows at some point. So, do you have Chumley's plays today? Are we giving out Chumley stuff?
I don't know. I could look and see what he's got.
Yeah, we can do that. So I don't know what Chumley wanted to give out here today.
Indians over 8. How about that Cleveland game? Cleveland and the Yankees. I'm assuming, over 8 is what I see here.
There you go.
Man, I don't know if I like that, but I mean, it could, considering that they, 2-1 yesterday.
I'm not a fan to bet any Cleveland game over. So, if it looks to be an over, I just run away usually. But I think this one did look to be an over with the Yankees.
Talon, and pretty sure that's the guy that came over from Pittsburgh. Probably mediocre. Yeah, the Yankees rotation and it isn't exactly lighting anybody up. I will say Cole's getting a little better. You expect him to get into form at some point. He did pitch pretty well yesterday. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, that's a little sketchy, but good luck. I don't do totals per se, so I can't really critique it other than to say they weren't hitting the ball too well yesterday, either team.
8 of the last 11 went over with these two teams. 5 of the last 7 in Cleveland have gone over. So, but here you got 5 out of 6 unders for the Yankees. Their last 6, and before the Cleveland 2 straight unders, but the only one over was the first game of the series. But Chumley's rolling with it, and so we shall wish him very good luck with that here today, and anybody that is following Chumley there. So Braves, Arizona, over 6.5 from Marcus. That one bit me yesterday. Alan came in. That 6.5 is a under bet historically, season or systemically through the MLB. I forgot what that one that you had there. If Alan's still around and wants to drop that in there, that 6.5. You need to look at the 6.5 unders. I looked at it over yesterday and it didn't hit, but I really didn't bet it. But I threw it out as an opinion, no doubt. So nobody talked about the number one best, game number 1, Braves, Arizona. Oh, is that the one we're talking about? So there it is, Marcus. That's Alan's got a trend to knock down on that one. Not to say that 7 innings. Oh, okay. There you go. It's a 7-inning doubleheader. So that's true. So, yeah, and I guess, Alan, I wonder, are you separating those when you look at the numbers too? That'd be nice to know as well. All right, so shall we move over into basketball? Anything left here with baseball to talk about? Besides Oakland, got to stay on the Oakland train. $1.20 today, $1.20 to $1.25. So
it's the best Baltimore pitcher probably right now, and they're trying to avoid the sweep. I mean, everything is against this team to probably win today, but they've won 13 in a row. I am not going to step in front of the bus,
that's
man.
why you're doing great price.
And the price is not that ridiculous. They're not like pushing me out with a minus 280 or something, you know.
Right.
So I'm gonna do it again. Bottom line, I'm just gonna keep doing it at these kind of prices.
You know, and hoping for Baltimore to get swept isn't really that big of a hope. You know, it's not like they're
no, I mean, anything at this point with 13 straight games is it mathematically starts to be insignificant, especially if you've been betting on them the past week every game. You know, that's the key to that. Like I say, if you're holding a bunch of tokens and you're the worst you can do is lose one of them before you decide what to do after that. That's how I'm playing the Oakland right now. I'm just going to keep winning, and when they lose one, now I'll reassess the situation. But at this point, I'm just going to keep betting on.
All right. So I guess into the NBA, Gerard, he's rolling with them A's today to keep rolling. I agree with you there, Gerard. And Marcus coming in, NBA. Marcus comes in with the Pacers, -5 today, and they are at the Magic, kind of 5.5 right now. So, the game of the day is probably the Suns and the Nets. And you got any opinion on that? Any on those two games? I really don't see much there for me. Kings Warriors under would be the first glance romance thing from me, because Kings over on Saturday night at home is the strongest NBA trend over the last 30 years. And Kings under on Sundays. I really don't know how strong that is, but it was almost the exact opposite for the Kings at home on Sundays to the under, playing the Warriors. I'm going to take a look at that while we talk about it. But go ahead with your basketball right now, right? Red, what do you got?
Yeah, speaking of the Phoenix game, best bet's going to be right there. I took it up a little notch here for the best bet's going to be on Phoenix +1.5. Just a couple quick notes. Phoenix Suns have not lost 2 straight games since late January. I mean, we're into 75, 80 days since they've lost 2 straight games. And the Nets, surprisingly enough, have been pretty inconsistent. They haven't won 2 straight games in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, and they're coming off a win. So I like the situation kind of meshes pretty nicely. And I've been like, anytime Phoenix has lost here lately, I'm looking to bounce on them, especially here as an underdog. It looks suspicious, but I'm going to be honest. Quite a few games have looked suspicious of late, and I've been cashing them, and I'm not going to be scared off here. I think Phoenix is the way to play that game. And then for my other action in the NBA, took a couple underdogs. One, shitty team, Cleveland, just like the situation. Think the Wizards have been playing so well. One of these spots where they're going to come home and maybe just kind of not give it everything they've got. Probably try to pull this game out late, maybe. Cleveland plus the 8, kind of like the way that smells. And then the other one, I'm going to just back a team that's been playing well and keeps winning. They burned me the other night. Again, when I had Portland against them, and that's the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm going to back them at plus 4.5. So 3 actual underdogs in NBA today: Phoenix, Cleveland, Memphis. Phoenix, the bulk of my action there. Really like them today to avoid the second straight loss. So that's my action, Lou. Phoenix is the play.
All right. So Phoenix for the Red Rifle. KD, the only thing I know about Durant was about yesterday. He said he's listed as probable. I don't know if anybody has an update if there's anything
Says
more.
Game time decision. Harden's out with a hamstring. Durant game time decision. Crowder's out with an ankle problem. I mean, he's decent off the bench. I mean, the team, I'd say, relying on him. He's had good games when a couple guys haven't been playing well. I mean, living out here, I kind of get to watch these guys a little more probably than the rest of the teams. And I just think they're going to bounce through here. It's just as much as the fact that they haven't lost more than once, like I said, since late January. I had the date wrote down, but I don't see it. Somewhere in January, it was the last time they lost 2 games in a row. I just think this team is focused, and that's my gut feel, and I'm going to roll with it. And Durant, we'll see how, if he's there, that should be interesting. That'll definitely make for an interesting game if Durant's there. See how we can play on both ends of the court, get him running up and down, see if he can knock the rust off right away. Sometimes when these guys come back to action off a prolonged period of inactivity, those first couple of games aren't what you expect, but we'll see. We'll see if he's ready to roll. So I'm going with Phoenix. Good luck anybody going the other way.
Well, I think Javed is with you. Welcome, Javed. Nice to see you back again. And Javed's riding with you on the Suns, and he expects Durant to play, so he's not making much wavering. Isaac coming in with the Bucks, -6 here today. All right. No, we don't have Chumley to give you his side of the story. I kind of thought, as a glance, it might have been something maybe it almost looked too good to me. That's all. That was kind of my opinion. And, Milwaukee is just not their consistency is very
on the road. They've laid some eggs on the road.
Now they are definitely a little bit warm. So that's when you really want to jump. But Atlanta, I mean, they're constantly always there. So, and I haven't had success with them. In Milwaukee, 12-17 on the road. Atlanta, 17-11 at home. So you got to fight that one. But I will wish you good luck with that because I have no action on that. And may that Bucks come in for you there. All right.
Javed making note of the Ramadan and Kyrie Irving talking about participating in it. So the one guy I remember that used to play great during Ramadan was Akeem Olajuwon, but he was kind of a disciplined, true pro, and you wonder how these other guys can react to it. That is, I know the Ramadan, they fast, they don't eat, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but when the sun is shining, they don't eat. So they basically have to wait till it's dark, sundown, if I'm not mistaken. So that can be an issue when you're a professional athlete, restricting your ability to eat. So, I definitely note that that's going to have some impact, but how much I'm not sure. Like I remember Olajuwon in the playoffs, he was doing Ramadan the one year, and he just absolutely went off. And they were, that's why I got a lot of respect for the guy when he's not able to eat and he's still putting up 30 and 15 in playoff games. But nothing. So they're not even allowed to drink. That's right. So they can't even intake water, if I'm not mistaken. They have to basically use their own
sun gaze. Sun gaze.
Is that what it's called?
Well, there's supposedly you can, you are a solar energy. You can stare at the sun. I'm not saying you should or anything like that, but there is something out there that says that you can stare directly at the sun. You start at 5 seconds at a time. You do it once a day in the morning, and eventually you are recharging your body. The further and further along you go. Mama told me not to look where the sun is, but Mama, that's where the fun is. Oh yeah, all right. Wrong show. All right, so they have their challenges, and we'll see what it means according to the point spread, and really, Javid's nailing it on the right there where you gather information. You can sit down and do all the work that you want to work and look at all the stats that you want to look at. But that right there is not out there in the stat field. You have to have it up here to understand how it affects you in the games. And a lot of opportunities out there when you have that mind working like that. So thank you for the info, Javid.
Yep, thanks.
I'm sure it's Javid or Havid, so I don't want to butcher the name. But as my real last name, let's see if you can you guess what my real last name is? Can you pronounce it correctly?
Best I know, it's like Hayek.
Well, that's actually
Hayek. I don't know if I could do it, but Hayek.
Technically, I think you are saying pronouncing it correctly.
Close,
but I don't pronounce it correctly. Yeah. Well,
I can't get that sound, man. I'm just not used to doing that sound.
Hayek.
Okay.
Hayek is how we pronounce it. Yeah. Not only do I not spell it right, I pronounce it wrong too. Spell it wrong, pronounce it wrong. My own name. So, because it's
my name's German. That's pretty simple. Like 2 words: seagull, gull on the edge of the ocean.
Yeah,
Gulledge.
Yeah, but it's got a little French twing to it, don't it? Gulledge?
It's gull, man. They used to say ghoul at school, and now we crack on them like a ghoul is an undead creature that inhabits cemeteries. I'll go off on the teacher. Mr. Gulledge. Yeah, my name got butchered in school the first couple of days.
My name still gets butchered. I butcher it. Whatever. I'm over it.
Ghoul. Tony Gulledge. Gulledge. Ghoul. No, it's gull. Gull, like sea gull. Then they get it. And
Mark is offering Sunday dinner for everybody, and I'll be recharged.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Meow.
Yeah. All right, guys.
You got the early hockey. And a little hockey. I didn't see anything I like, man. Let's go take this first. It's a bunch of heavy chalk, man. If you think they can all get home, Rangers, Flyers, Lightning, 300, 200, 300. Yikes.
Yeah, I would. And yeah, I don't. That's it. You got a 3-team parlay if you want to mess with something. That's about it. And Rangers, you're just betting against the Sabres. That's all you'd be doing there. Tampa, yeah, seems like that's it. I don't. Honestly, I didn't even look to give you any kind of real opinion. So I guess that's probably about it for the Sunday.
Yeah, that's all we got. That's all I got, man. Rockies best bet in baseball with action on the A's in Toronto. And then in NBA, the Phoenix Suns best bet with Cleveland and Memphis as the side action.
Okay, and once again, my going for the sweep. This is the sweep squared. Sweeping the 3 series sweeps on the total.
I would be cubed.
That's the sweep. It's the cube sweep. How's that one? I don't know. My math. My math ends at 2 planes cannot implode 3 buildings. After that, I'm done. But anyways, so once again, those 3 plays again will be Baltimore. I'm sorry, Boston and Seattle over 8.5. Kansas City, Detroit under the 8. LA and Houston over the 8.5. So they've cashed all weekend. Hopefully today they sweep the board for us there and cash the ticket. And that's pretty much my schedule for the day. So, Tony, quick recap again, unless I missed that.
I think I might have not gave out the other baseball. Quickly, baseball one more time. Best bets, Colorado. Solid action on Oakland and Toronto. And then I have the little action pack of 3 plays: Cleveland, the Cubs, and the Dodgers. And that's
all right.
Baseball. All right.
Awesome. And Marcus has been on fire, and appreciate you coming back with some picks.
Marcus, good job, Marcus. Good. I know that
-5 for Marcus, over 6.5 on the Braves. Good luck to you as well, Marcus.
And overs. Yeah, good luck, Marcus. Good luck.
And
thanks,
Isaac.
Gerard. Thank Isaac. Javed.
Good luck
thank
to you today, Gerard. Good luck
Thanks
to you
for tuning
today.
in.
Javed, good luck to you today. Everybody that joined us, good luck to you today. Alan, Daniel. So I don't want to leave anybody out, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And we're making a little bit of money right now with this. Let's keep it going. So have a great Sunday, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time.